G'day guys, here we are at the number 30 framing dovetailed halving joint. Okay, we'll get straight into this one. Grab the rectangle tool and we're using a piece of 19 by 42 for that piece. So we'll put that in 19, 42, enter, scroll in on that. Okay, push this one up and that goes up 140 millimeters. Easy peasy. Okay, we start off by making it a component. Always remember to make it a component. Great. Double click and now we can edit that component. So now the tricky part about this one is we're going to learn about the pitch of a dovetail, right? The pitch of the dovetail. That means the angle of this line here, right? The benefits of a dovetail joint is that once this is sort of fit in, this dark piece here can never slide out that way because of the slopes there. And these slopes are often called a pitch. And see how it says dovetail pitch 1 to 6? I'll explain what that means now. So first of all, let's go up by 49 millimeters from the bottom. So we'll go 49 and we'll go a further 42 because that's where the top of the piece is. From here we can go straight across to 42 and same here, 42. So from this point here, we need to come in at a 1 to 6 slope that way. And same from this point here, right? We've got to go in at a 1 to 6 slope. So when we're talking about a 1 to 6 slope, when you are marking that on your piece of timber, the best way to do it is try not to mark here at the start because you'll get confused with all the lines. I usually mark it somewhere just on the edge, somewhere away from the rest of my timber, from the rest of my marking, sorry. So what I would do is I would go I'd go 10 millimeters this way, right? Make a mark on my piece of timber. Just measure 10 millimeters from the corner that way. And then from here, I'd measure 6 times that amount because it's a 1 to 6 pitch. So I'd go 60, which is 6 times that. And you can see I get my mark here. Then what I'll do is I'll grab the protractor and get it on the red axis. And I'll click from here back to the corner and then down to that point there, right? And see how down the bottom of the screen, it says the angle. So just down here is where I'm looking. If I hover it over that point, it says the angle is 80.5 degrees. Okay, in SketchUp, we can't actually put in we can't type in a 1 to 6 pitch. We have to draw it like that, 1 unit out that way, 6 units down that way, and then just measure that angle and figure out what it is. So it tells us the angle is 80.5 degrees. Okay, so from here, I can hit escape. I can press Control Z to undo those points. And from this point here, I'm going to click once again over here. And it's asking me to put in, if I typed in 80.5, it's probably going to go the wrong way. 5. Yeah, see how it's gone down like that? I actually want it to be going the other way. So I'm going to go Control Z. What we need to do there is a little bit of maths because it knows that is 90 degrees. So 80.5 would be somewhere around here. So the difference between 80.5 and 90 is 9.5 millimeters. So if I type in 9.5, sorry, not 9.5 millimeters, 9.5 degrees, I type in 9.5, enter, there's that angle, right? I can do the exact same here. I click once there, click once over here, go up, I type in 9.5, and they're my 2 slopes, okay? All I have to do now is trace those slopes with the pencil, here to here, here to here, and then I can push this piece in halfway, which will be 9.5 millimeters. Okay, so there's the half of the dovetail removed out of that. I can leave this component now just by clicking away. And just so I don't get confused, I might just delete the guides. Okay, now we can get started on the next piece. So easiest way to do this would probably be draw a rectangle straight across here, which would be 42, 19, enter, there we go. And we can push this one to straight to the edge there and then go further 108 millimeters. Okay, see there it says 108. So that's the total length of that piece. Now what I can do is I can just sort of trace the angled lines or the slopes that I've already done. So I'm going to triple click it first, make it a component, double click on it. Now I need to remove the opposite. So I'm going to click from here to here to here, and then here to here to here. and I'm going to get rid of those in a minute. But first what I need to do is, because this is a halving joint, right, we can see here, this darker piece of timber only goes in half the thickness of the material. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go to the back side, draw a line from here to here, push that in to the line, okay, and that's removed half the material. Now I can push this through 9.5, same there, okay? So if I leave this component now, we should be able to see that. I can grab this. There we go, look at that. See how it fits perfectly in there? If I didn't remove that back half, it wouldn't be fitting in properly, right? So, like I was saying earlier, the benefit of a dovetail joint, I'll just paint them so you can see a bit clearer. Paint those like that. Is I was saying before that if you try and move it in this direction, you'll probably be able to see it doesn't really, like in real life that wouldn't work. See how the slope is actually, or the dark piece of timber is going inside the light piece of timber, right? In real life, you would never be able to slide it that way because of those slopes, okay? That's why we use a dovetail joint. It's really strong in that direction. It would never be able to slide that way, okay? So that's the dovetail halving joint. Let's save it. We'll delete our guides first. File, save, number 30, framing joint, and dovetail. Save that, hit file, new. Next joint is number 31, the framing box pin. Okay, see you over there.